Suburban America. Mundane, boring, unimaginative. What happens when you throw in a wacky, seemingly dangerous, but actually harmless person into the monotony that is the suburbs? That's ultimately what Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands is about. A lonely synthetic man with scissors for hands named Edward is taken in by Peg, a middle-class housewife with a sympathetic heart.
I think you should just come home with me.
The women of the neighborhood are immediately intrigued when they see Edward enter the community. They start gossiping about him and rush over to find out who the new mysterious addition is. The suburbs can be painfully dull, and when people are bored, they look for whatever drama they can find to entertain their lives. Oftentimes, people even create problems to distract from their own dissatisfactions with life. The suburban residents of Edward Scissorhands are quick to make assumptions of Edward for his unusual appearance. Even though he does look frightening, it's quickly discernible that he's very gentle. But that doesn't matter. Appearances ultimately trump all, and collectively rejecting someone is much easier than forcing yourself to question your own prejudices. The isolation Edward faces in the neighborhood is comparable, but in some ways much darker than his loneliness at the castle. Visually, there's a stark contrast between the castle he was made in and the suburbs he's brought into. The castle is dark, gloomy, barren. It's grand, but it's abandoned, broken, and empty, just like Edward, who appears very small and secluded within it. Guarding the castle is a huge gate, protecting what's inside, but also serving as a barrier, symbolically keeping Edward away from the town. The town, opposingly, is colorful and full of people. It appears to be the perfect place to live, but only if you're the right type of person, a person who conforms properly. The pastel colors of the town provide an interesting juxtaposition with the demeanor of the people it holds. They wear bright colors, but most of the people in the community are not sweet or warm-hearted. They're self-serving and unaccepting. And despite the fact that Edward wears dark colors and has a conventionally unsettling look, he's kind and wants to help others. It's only when Edward's presence is beneficial to everyone else in the town that he starts to be accepted. The residents take advantage of his skills, having him help with their landscape design, give their dogs fancy trims, and even cut their own hair. The Scissorhands, once seen as menacing and intolerable, are now beloved only because they're used for their benefit. By this, Tim Burton is making a statement on nonconformity and individualism. When it's misunderstood, it's threatening, even if it aids society or humanity. So what does that mean about the suburban environment? The movie may thus be insinuating that the suburbs are where society has stopped evolving. The calmness may be peaceful, but we need change, challenge, and diversity to progress. The residents of the town and Edward Scissorhands are very much so clones of one another. They share a mind, unable to form their own opinions, merely jumping onto the most amusing mindset that's the easiest to adopt. At the end, Edward is essentially chased out of the town, left to live for the rest of his existence alone in the castle. Over the course of the movie, every character was exposed to something completely out of their ordinary. They had the opportunity to learn and grow, but very few did because of their unwillingness to accept others' differences. Kim learns to love someone who she was once scared of.
I love you.
Edward learns the beauty of being loved and having the support and company of others. But unfortunately, his situation ends exactly as it started, alone in the miserable castle. Perhaps the struggle is even worse now, though, as he was able to experience a new world of emotions before they were stripped away from him. He can no longer live in blissful ignorance. In life, we all have the capacity to progress as people and develop our society, but few actually open themselves up to learning because it can be overwhelming. The question is, who would you like to be? A selfish and closed-minded person who's happy with the comfort of rejecting challenges, or someone willing to face difficulties and potentially get hurt for the sake of knowledge?